Girl. Fat girl Snoop.
Who's she?
Fat girl Snoop.
What was the name again?
First time ever in my life. Girl, please.
I'll tell you what, it is nothing like having your own theme music. I don't know what to tell you. If you don't got one, you need to get one because it gets you so hyped up. What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Tony Michelle, a.k.a. Fat Girl Snoop. And I know you guys miss me, but your girl has been, trust me, she has been busy, booked, and busy. So I hope you guys are having a good Monday. I hope you guys had a great weekend. I actually had a great weekend. It was actually the first time that I have went out since the panorama and the cocoa have entered our lives. And I actually went out to the Black Expo that was in town. But before I get to that, if you are a new member and you want to see more of my Fat Girl Snoop shenanigans, please do not forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe because it does absolutely wonders for my videos and my podcast. And I'm trying to tell you guys, I'm trying to make it out here in these streets, and I cannot do that without you. And guess what? It costs zilch, zipped of your time, just the movement of your fingers. So before you leave, go ahead and click that like, share, okay? And definitely comment because I love to hear what you guys say about the topics that I want to talk about. Well, let's see. Like I said, I hope you guys had a great weekend. To me, it went by pretty fast. It seemed like a freaking whirlwind. Shout out to my cousin Andrea. She did come up from down up from Fort Lottie. So shouts out to her. We had an absolute kiki and a great time at the Black Expo. Now, I don't know how many of you guys went to the Black Expo over the weekend. It was crazy lit. I actually had the chance to participate at the Taste of Black. They used to call it the Taste of Black, but now it's called the Taste FBX, which I would assume it stands for Taste Florida Black Expo. And it was absolutely a vibe. It was some people who I was surprised were not there, but it was some people that I assumed that was going to be there that I actually saw. And if you haven't been to the Black Expo, it is they have like a whole weekend. So basically you can go and to the first night, which is the Taste of Black, where you could go around and sample different Black owned businesses such as bakeries, restaurants, and you go around and you sample their food and you get their business card. I got to taste a lot of delicious stuff. If you guys don't know me, I'm quite a seafood person, so I definitely took advantage of that. And then you pretty much mingle and it's an open bar. You pretty much schmingle. But again, thanks so much to my cousin Andrea, because thanks to her, I actually got to mingle with some very important people. I got to mingle with sorry guys, hold on just 1 second. I'm trying to get my there it is. So I got to actually experience the Taste of Black. It was absolutely phenomenal. I actually am about to share my screen in just 1 second. I actually got to meet and politic with a couple of people. I actually met the person, the man, his name is Darian. He actually started the Black Expo. And so that was my first time meeting him. I also met Rob. I hope you are listening, who is was in charge of the media. He was so nice and gracious. So thank you, Rob, for everything that you did for me. Trust me, I will not forget it. It was one of the best times of my life. I'm not going to scare. I'm not going to lie. I was a little bit scared about, being out like in the open like that. But, I made sure not to really like be in the mix because trust me, where I was, it was very elite. Okay. Now I actually had the chance to hold on, guys. I'm trying to share my freaking screen. Hold on. So I could show you guys in case you guys didn't keep up with me this weekend. Cause I definitely was so happy. At the Taste of Black, the Taste FBX, I actually had the chance to meet Angela Yee. I'm trying to bring this up. Maybe this was like the wrong. See, guys, I tell you, see, I'm a one woman show. One woman show. Okay. Gotta get it till I make it. So yes, I got to meet Angela Yee. She was so gracious. I also, as you see, I got to meet Tweet, who actually performed the night before at the Taste. And I got to meet Jacob Lattimore, who, oh, he's absolutely, ladies, he is very good looking in person, and he smells absolutely delicious. Just saying. But I really had a great time. So again, it was like the bomb.com. All right, so let me stop sharing that. So yeah, in a nutshell, I had a great time. Um, it was like the best. Like I've networked with people who I never thought that I would get to network with behind the scenes. I even, it was so super dope. And I'm looking forward to working with them next year. Okay. All right. So if you missed out, I'm so sorry, but you missed out. But we got some more stuff to talk about. Okay. So let's talk about Dave Chappelle. Now, I don't know if you guys heard, over the weekend, Dave responded to the Netflix transgender sit down. Hold on for 1 second. Hold on, guys. I tell you, see, this is what I'm talking about. I am a one woman show. Okay, all right. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that. All right, so if you guys haven't heard already, Dave Chappelle is speaking out. He has spoken out. He did it the way he chose to do it, which is, of course, through, sort of a comedy stand up, but not really. But he chose the stage to millions of, hundreds, if not thousands of people were like in the audience. And he decided that he was going to use that platform, his own platform, to speak. And he is calling out BS on about Netflix claiming that, well, the Netflix transgender community basically was saying that Dave Chappelle denied the sit down with them. And he said that could be furthest from the truth. Okay. He said he's absolutely denying that he refused to sit down with the transgender employees at Netflix, the ones that actually walked out. They actually walked out their jobs. Now, Dave Chappelle, he's not going to speak on the controversy, until he's ready to speak about the controversy. Okay. And I think he did an absolute phenomenal job. Now, he is down to meet with the members of the transgender community, and he wants to hear what they have to say. However, it's on his terms and his terms only. Now, over the weekend, he was in Nashville. He was doing a show, and he had all his comic friends with him, including Jeff Ross, Donnell Rawlings, who I absolutely love because he is an absolute troll of the Breakfast Club. Love him, love him, love him. And Tom Segura and Joe Rogan, a.k.a. Chelsea Handler's Boo. By the way, she's coming to my city. I'm thinking about maybe sliding through. I'll support Chelsea. I like Chelsea, okay? So apparently all his friends performed first, and then everybody was anticipating of Dave to come out, and when he did, everybody was like, okay, is he going to address it or what? Okay, but he did it in true Chappelle style. Sorry, guys. Okay, so he did it in his complete style. Okay, so he came out and he addressed what people, the big elephant in the room, so to speak. Okay, and he wanted to let us know what we all were wondering. Does he regret and take back the things that he said about the trend, or I would say about how he felt in regards to the transgender community? Okay, now this is with via TMZ. Now, according to witnesses, okay, TMZ said that he started to set with he started his set with a statement to those he offended with the closer, jokingly pulling out a piece of paper and reading the words "F y'all N-word." The jokes kept flying from there, with Dave Chappelle saying that he was in so much trouble that he couldn't even get the baby on the phone. He asked the audience, what would you call a black trans person in the US? And the response was the N-word. So regardless if they're trans, regardless if they're a woman, regardless if they're a man, what it all boils down to is the N-word. Okay. Now, it was also reported that Dave went on to joke about that his wife was actually fearing for his life and even bought him a handgun. But the gag is the handgun had a pearl holding piece. And so he was like he wasn't going to use that pearl gun, because if he would have used it, the last words that someone or the last words that someone would yell out to him would be the F word. Okay. And I mean the one that the slur of the gay community. Now, I'm not going to say the word on here because I think it's disrespectful, in my opinion. Okay. However, Dave said that although that there's nothing but love between him and the LGBTQ community, he's not going to take back what he said. He said what he said. He does believe in freedom of speech, and if it's on his platform, that's on his platform. He also talked about how there were a lot of interest when it came down to this entitled documentary. He had interest from all kinds of film festivals, and he recently screened at Hollywood Bowl, and it was about the same time that this controversy went down. So everything like put like a monkey wrench in it, and he started to people like film festivals started to pull out because they didn't want that kind of the smoke with the trans gender community. So they didn't want that smoke, so they start to pull out. Okay. But he did say that Netflix stuck with him through the thin, and he thanked them for not taking down his content. I mean, and Netflix could have been real petty Betty, but I believe Netflix saw the bigger picture. Okay. And so TMZ goes on. They said Dave went to note that if he's canceled, there's a ton of people who clearly believe otherwise, pointing out the sold out show at the Bridgestone Arena. Then he laid out his terms for meeting with the Netflix employees from the LGBTQ community who have been protesting. So y'all seen the protest outside of Netflix. They walked out. They are pissed. But I'm sorry. I mean, I feel the cause, but still, nothing is going to infect my coins. Okay. But that's just me. Okay. Now, Dave Chappelle is willing to meet with them under 3 terms. Okay. Term number 1, the person that Netflix picks, okay, they must have watched the show from this Netflix special from the beginning to the end. 2, it has to be at a time that he wants and at a place that he wants, strictly on his terms. So his time, his place. 3, they must admit that Hannah Gatsby isn't funny. I guess that's supposed to be some kind of joke, okay? All right. Now, Dave also says that film festivals are pulling out left and right, and he said, you know what? Since y'all want to pull out because y'all want to make it like it's me against the LBTGQ community, then fine. You guys don't have to film my festival. But guess what I'm going to do, okay, to secure that bag? I am going to show this movie in 10 cities worldwide so the world could see straight from me what the big deal was when it came down to these trans jokes. Okay. And then he said loudly, am I canceled? And the crowd went freaking bananas. And I was trying to pull that up. Give me just a moment. I mean, if my voice sounds a little hoarse, I mean, I pretty much have been screaming and like talking like all freaking weekend. I mean, trust me, it was worth it, but I definitely feel the scratchiness in my voice. I don't even think, am I logged into here? Oh, lucky day. Y'all know how computers is. They be logging you out. I got so many that I forget where I'm about to play you guys the actual clip of it, okay? And when I say that Dave actually got it, he responded in the best way. I mean, because if something's going on, and I have to share, I have to like share my story, then I want to be the one. Oh, hold on, guys. Wait a minute. What is going on? They are tripping. Why is that? Here you go. Sorry.
nervous since nobody will touch it. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll make it available for all of them. 10 American cities going on sale in the next few days. You will be able to see this movie in its entirety. You can see what they're trying to obstruct you from seeing. And you can judge for yourself. But you cannot have this conversation and exclude my voice from it. That is only fair. You have to answer the question, am I canceled or not? Then let's go. Thank you very much and good night.
Ew. David Chappelle. Let me tell you something about David Chappelle, okay? You say what you want, but David Chappelle is not a Hollywood dude, okay? He is not going to buckle. He is not going to hide in the corner. This man is still living in his whole town, and he's been living there his whole entire career, okay? His whole entire life. He's in his hometown. I mean, this dude gives back tremendously. And for what I understand, he is like the most down to earth dude. I mean, he's not a bad guy. I just think they're trying to blow it up more than what it is, in my opinion. Okay. So, I hope that once he gets educated, the education that they're going to give him, whatever that is, because apparently David Chappelle doesn't understand about being transgender, but that is another video, another time, and I'm not transgender, so, maybe I could get one on the show. Who knows? Who knows? But, I just feel like, I just feel like it's a bit of a stretch. Dave Chappelle is not the problem. Okay. And I'm just gonna leave it like that. So make sure you guys drop your 2 cents in the comments and let me know what you guys think about this David Chappelle situationship. It is crazy. They try to blackball this man. Like, for what? But hey, what do I know? I'm just a little old blogger who likes to talk my shit and drop my 2 cents. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you guys drop your 2 cents in the comments. And man, let's talk about this kind of situation now. I mean, unfortunately, it's some stuff that is going down with DMX. It's like, the man was just laid to rest back in January. It just seems, was it back in January? Wait, hold on. Wait a minute, hold on, guys. Why I don't understand why my computer decides to act up as soon as I am doing something. Jeez. Okay, excuse me. My bad. He died back in April. It's weird because it's like these months, I don't know about you, but guys, but these months are like running together. It's like I can't even keep up. Like not only the days, but these months are running together. Like, I mean, to me, 2021 was an absolute blur. Okay. But anyways, let's talk about DMX. So, as you see in the title, DMX may be the father of an alleged 15th child. And guess what? The 15th child wants her dips with the money. Okay? Okay? Now keep in mind that DMX, it was reported that DMX is worth at least 1 million. But there are some reports that he he may have other assets that are like up to like 50 G's. Okay. Now, in the hip hop world, we all know that that amount is peanuts in the hip hop world. But in my opinion, he's just worth that right now until he gets all the debts. If he has debts out there, until he get everything paid, everything situated, and then I do believe, this is my 2 cents, that the money will start rolling in. Because just look at Elvis. Look at Elvis. Elvis was not worth any money when he died. Excuse me, when he was alive. He was losing his money left and right. But when he died, his estate went into the millions. Same way with Michael Jackson. They said Michael Jackson was broke. Okay, he was broke. He was fake parking lot pimping. Sorry to all the Michael fans out there, but it is what it is. But when he unfortunately passed away, he was basically, his estate was worth millions. And I do believe, because DMX is on that lineage of the hip hop history, I believe that his estate would probably be more better. I hate to say, now that he's, unfortunately passed away, better than he was alive. But so far, no, because they're all fighting over it. So we got the other 14 kids fighting over it, and now we got this 15th kid. We also got the fiance, fighting for it. Now, this kid, she lives in Georgia. Her name is Raven Barner Simmons, and she's contacted exes other kids to reveal that he was also her dad, and that she intends to get a DNA test so she could get the piece of that $1 million pie. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. $1 million is a lot of money. Yes, but think about it. He has 15. Okay, first he has to pay off his bills. Then he has to, basically take, up to 14, well, maybe 15. He has to take care of these kids. So by the time he pays his bill, that million might turn to a half of 500,000. Then when Uncle Sam come in, that 500,000 might turn into. So you know what I'm saying? Then you gotta split that 14, possibly 15 different ways. Okay. So the judge, whoever the judge was leading this, they he or she denied DMX's fiance at the time to be in charge of his estate. So they was like, absolutely not, because it don't mean a thing if you ain't got that ring, sis. It is what it is, So it has to go to the next of kin, which would be his 14, possibly 15 children. And I mean, I would listen. I was like, I was trying to find all the names of DMX's kids. So I was able to find Tasharia Simmons. That was his wife that he was with. The one that was with when he did Ayana Fix My Life, when he was like married to her or soon to be divorced from her. So she is. She has the kids Xavier, Tacoma, Sean, and so far, those three, I believe, because they are like adults, that they were named temporary admins of his estate back on October 22nd. So this just recently happened. Now, according to Vibe magazine, there were legal documents in spite of being one of the most successful artists in rap history with 5 albums debuting at #1 on the Billboard 200, DMX's estate is estimated to be worth less than $1 million, with some projections valuing the estate at around $50,000. Now, Herbert Nas, he's the trust and estate's attorney for Xavier Tacoma Sean. That's from his ex-wife, kids from his ex-wife. They explained the next course of action to resolve the battle over X's estate will be for all of the claimants to legally prove that they are his biological children. Now, the next big thing is to determine who are the rightful heirs. The estate is going to ask everyone to prove paternity through DNA testing. All the legal children of DMX will be entitled to equal share of his estate. So again, just because he is worth yeah, this is just bananas, okay? So apparently DMX, he was out there, and he had some babies on his ex-wife. So now before they will release any funds, they want to make sure that these are actually DMX's kids. You know what I think? I think that they need to contact Maury, get like a Maury special, bring all the kids together, right? All the kids, all the baby mamas, even the fiance was there at the time. Bring them all in and have Maury test all 14, possibly 15 of DMX's kids. That would be absolutely phenomenal, because Lord knows without an audience, Maury needs this for the ratings. Maury, if somebody's listening that knows Maury, tell Maury this is a bag. I'm telling you, it will be over the roof. Okay, we need Quest Diagnostics right now. I mean, listen, if I was one of DMX baby moms, I would have them mofos on speed dial. I would have already been in the court system, before, what I'm saying? Like, oh my God, all right? Could you imagine? Maury, get them on the show. Now, the attorney also continued to explain his plans to navigate through the legal red tape to determine how proceeds from X's estate will be broken down and divided among his kids, adding, "We need to collect assets and pay debts and admin costs. We don't have a lot of information about his income streams, but now that the temporary admins have been appointed, we can ask questions and expect answers." And like I said, I believe that, once they get the stuff situated, X will be worth more alive than what he is now. But of course, I do think that X has some debt out there. I do. And that $1 million, he got the he probably got like people like he has to pay. Of course, the state, you got to pay the attorneys. So this is going to be really, really interesting how this is going to pan out, guys. So what is y'all 2 cents on that? Do y'all think this is worth the fight? Do y'all think this is worth the fight? Okay, Maury, if you get them on the show, okay, I want my props, okay? I want my props, okay? This is stroke of genius, okay? Pure stroke of genius, okay? Listen to me, Maury, I will never steer you wrong, okay? But you guys let me... you guys let me know what you think about that. And what I'm saying, I'm just gonna go ahead and slide on now. I just want to check on you guys to see how you was doing. If you did enjoy this podcast, please do not forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And for my A1 from day one snoopers, trust me, I know that you guys are my faithful people, and trust me, it does not go unnoticed. And don't forget, you can always catch me on my website, that is fatgirlsnoop.co, where you could drop your 2 cents on What do you think about Dave Chappelle's response? And also, what do you think about DMX's kids? Do you agree that every kid should be tested? And do y'all think that this should be done on Maury? And you can check out all of my pictures and my videos from the Black Expo on my website, blackosoup.co. And you can also go to my social media because your girl is everywhere: Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, wherever. Come pull up on me. Oh gosh, man, thank you guys so much for listening. And remember, my snoopers, that is PHAT as in pretty, hot, and tempting. Bye for now. I hope you guys have a great rest of your Monday. Ew.
Fat girl Snoop.